Cringe. We all know what it is. We all experienced it before. We all seen it happen and got in secondhand embarrassment, or we all were the ones to do it, and you remember it 10 years after, and that keeps you up late at night. Anyways, the MMA world is not exempt from cringe. There's plenty of cringy moments that we can all recall from. There's endless compilations you can find on YouTube, or there's also how do I say this? While watching an MMA fight, there's a fighter that gets their arm dislocated or their leg shatters while kicking, and you're like from the pain, like ooh, from the injury, you get cringed out seeing it. I'm gonna be going over MMA fans specifically for today because I haven't uploaded in a while, and this is the first thing that came to my mind to talk about. And so yeah, and disclaimer: if I describe you, just know there's nothing wrong with being cringe. The world will be boring without cringe, but yet again, you are cringe. So, anyways. So the first thing that comes to mind is fans that take the sport way too seriously. And for example, the first thing that comes to mind is when I hear fans saying, "Hey, you're watching basketball, you're watching boxing, you're why don't you watch MMA, a real man sport?" And you're thinking, "Bro, you 10 times out of 10 times these people don't even train." So they're like, it's like, where's this talk coming from? You yourself are not that. You're not a badass. You're not a Sigma, Alpha male, whatever you think you are. Like, chill out, basically. And yeah, and also this whole clip you're watching it perfectly encapsulates exactly what I'm talking about. You see this guy who has UFC red on his forehead and just bleed, but this person never trained a day in his life. And there's nothing wrong with never training. It's cringe, bro. Like, just chill out. Like, just enjoy the sport, basically. Also, another thing I see that's kind of cringe. I wouldn't find this too cringe. It's more like funny, but on social media, you go to, like, let's say on Instagram, ESPN posts like a quote of a fighter, and it's like, let's take Jamal Hill saying, "You got dominated, I got caught." It's like literally fighters take the bait and actually get triggered, and don't realize the fighter is literally just being sarcastic or just literally playing into it for you to, like, talk about them and for the name to be a little bit relevant for the moment. But yeah, that's literally like the Mayweather tactic. Is just talk the talk and fans will get angry and talk about you. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. It's like you don't realize, like, you're literally like, fans will be like, didn't you get KO'd last week? It's like, you're being cringed by taking the bait. But anyways, also another thing is when I see, like, hated fighters, like, let's say for Jamal Hill, he posts up like let's say like a very wholesome picture of him with his family on Christmas Eve, and then you go look at the comments, there's a bunch of like 15-year-old teenagers saying, "You just woke up from 300." Oh no, you just woke up from 300. It's like, bro, like, this is the most cringiest thing I've ever seen. Also on social media, it's more like the content side rather than comments. Is people that started getting into MMA. There's nothing wrong with starting. It's just, if you're gonna record like stuff, just know you're gonna be cringe. Like, let's say for example, someone that just starts uploading like videos of him shadowboxing in public. Like, aren't you not embarrassed by that? Like, come on. Like, you're better than that. Like, come on. You still get your rips in, but there's no need to record yourself for people to to look at you in public. Now another thing is when people, like, start training and you obviously tell they're, like, still beginners and feel the need to start coaching online. I see that online a lot. Like, what are you doing? Like, you still don't even know how to throw a 1-2 properly. Like, get your video out of here. Like, I don't know. I just quickly scroll through those videos, but it is pretty cringe just coming across something like that. Now the last part is hardcore fans in general. The whole concept of being a hardcore and never training a day in your life. Like, okay, one of the things I see also is when people, like, are hardcore and they try to prove it to you while you're watching an MMA fight, and they're like saying, like, let's say we're watching Alex Pereira. There's gonna be someone next to you being like, "Look, he's gonna set him up for the left hook. He's gonna set him up for the left hook." Like, no duh, no duh. We all know Alex Pereira's signature move. Or like we're watching Khabib and it's like, "Oh, look, he's gonna take him down. Look, he's gonna take him down," and he takes him down. Like, no duh, you haven't pointed out anything new. Like, we all know that. Also, the whole concept of being a hardcore is just straight up cringe because it's like, congrats, you know every single UFC champ in history. Like, you're able to name all of them. Like, there's nothing wrong with enjoying, like, WMMA fights or grappling, like very slow paced grappling where nothing happens for 5 rounds straight and you become champ like that. Anyways, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just if you think you're better than everybody else because of that, it's like you're not. You're just being dumb and cringe. Anyways, that's about it. That's the only thing I can think about. But yeah, like I said, if you think if you feel offended because I think you're cringe, or people in general think you're cringe, don't feel too bad. It's just life. And yeah, I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna make another video tomorrow that's actually interesting. This is such a bad video, but yeah. Goodbye.